Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about family as the place where our ideas about love are shaped, where we get our first attachment wounds, where we understand what love means for us, where so much of our dynamic for future relationships is born. And I feel that whatever happens in our relationships going into the future, we're always in the dialogue with what happened to us in childhood. Every relationship, in my experience and observing others, every relationship becomes a dialogue with the past. So in a way, we are relating to ourselves as a child. The inner child is always present in our relationships. A lot of it is unconscious, and I think that a lot of it is so. All of our relationships then become this dance with the wounded inner child, and to break out of these patterns takes enormous amount of effort and huge awareness. It's also important to note that these patterns then become something that is very difficult to break out of because they're so unconscious, so automatic. And a lot of what I found in my own life, what hurts so much is actually these, because suddenly the places that we've kept under wraps all these years, the wounds that we've kept covered and boarded up, get experienced in our relationships. So any kind of sense of abandonment, any kind of sense of rejection, we're actually dipping into our old wounds. And often what is happening in the dynamic in the relationship in the present moment is just a reminder. It's just a dynamic that is reminding us of the dynamic that we experienced as children. So what happens, what causes us so much pain is the reawakening of old wound. And that is actually an opportunity for healing, because it is only once we dare to go to these old places, the wounds, the pain that hasn't been experienced and cleared out, which can only happen in our relationships, right? Because if we keep ourselves boarded up and alone, if we avoid all the irritants, then we don't get to experience the wounds. We're not even aware of them. That is why I often try to reframe it for my clients in a way that whenever we feel that pain of rejection or abandonment, we can use it as a gift that shows us where the wound actually is. The pain that we're experiencing in the moment as a result of whatever relating we're doing, it's actually what shows us the wounds that are still implicit, that are still within us, that haven't been processed and released. So that is why relationships are such laboratories for growth for all of us, and that is why they cause so much pain. It is not so much the current relationship. It is that the current relationship is an opportunity, is a laboratory to work through all the childhood wounds, misunderstandings, and patterns. So just wanted to share it now as we've spent some time with our families. If you're in America and have visited your family for Thanksgiving, this is where I was. I'm traveling back home tonight. And I really was re-dipped back into my own certain wounded spaces that are still active. And a lot of what I went through and I'm going through now is actually also seeing how my own children are affected by my mothering and their childhood patterns and dynamics. So don't give up on yourselves, and don't try not to be so hard on yourself and on the people around you. We're all just on this journey to, to become whole again after all the fractured dynamics that happened in our childhood. So whatever experience, let's look at it as an opportunity to heal. And relationships are certainly the biggest playgrounds for relating, healing. All right, everyone. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you soon.